How are you growing your company? Well, I'm going to tell you how. I think it was Warren Buffett that said, the quickest way to be successful is just to give somebody a job.
Why did Finding decide to franchise?
So Finding decided me.
Yeah,
I was basically
really you were Finding. There was nothing. It was just you and obviously the tattooers that worked on it.
Right. So in our industry as artists in general, our cliche or our slogan is a starving artist. Yeah. And the reason that our artists are quote unquote starving is because they're doing what they're doing for passion, not necessarily monetary or money gain. But the problem is that if you're not going to study or you're not going to understand business, you might want to stay out of it. I mean, this is the statistic. 70% of all tattoo studios in America close within 2 years. I had all these friends and artists that I just wanted them, if they wanted to own a slice of the pie, that they could. I always felt that it was tragic that when you become a tattoo artist and then you get in the chair, there's no insurance, there's no 401k, there's no retirement, there's none of that. So when you're done out of the chair, you're just done. I mean,
you get nothing.
Yeah. Hopefully you've saved. Hopefully you've done what you needed to do and you've paid into your your retirement and stuff like that. But really, there was
more or less you're done.
Once you sat in the chair for year 1 to year 20, that was it. There was no advancement.
Yeah, you've hit the peak.
Yeah, I personally, I couldn't do that. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something more than that. I enjoyed tattooing people. I enjoyed helping artists. So that's why.
So how was franchising the answer?
Well, because now it's a co-op. It's something where you're working with me. I'm developing systems that I had already been working on for over 12 to 15 years. I'm developing a brand. I'm developing all of the know-how as far as like the money speaking, speaking part of it, understanding what POS systems to use, understanding what standard operating procedures that should be used. It's basically a co-op of artists that all are helping each other. Like right now, I think we have over 130, maybe 150 somewhere in there.
We're right in that area, for sure, so including piercers and stuff. Yeah.
So all those artists, we get to talk on a daily basis and share back and forth. People want to know. Like I have people all the time, like on my DMs, like, how are you growing your company? How are you doing that? How are you? Well, I'm going to tell you how. I think it was Warren Buffett that said, the quickest way to be successful is just to give somebody a job. The more people that you can give a job to or help, the more successful you become. Now, there's a certain responsibility that comes along with that too. It has to be a quality job. You can't be trying to.
You can't just give them.
You have to. You're responsible for them making money. You're responsible for these things.
So it's kind of like the cliche, like you're in business for yourself. But not by yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
And here's the most important thing I would say. This industry, most people think that, oh, that's it. No, it's growing. It's just taking off.
Yeah. There's lots of people that don't understand. Someday soon, there's going to be somebody with more money than Finding has and less give a fuck about anything that's going on in this industry. And they're going to come, and if there's not somebody who cares that's far enough ahead of them, they're going to wipe the entire thing clean. I feel like just lots of people don't understand. We have to make sacrifices, obviously, with certain things about the culture and the tradition of it to do it, but at least we care.
We need to get ahead of it. We need to educate ourselves, and we need to get ahead of that. And that way we have as much control of it as we can. And that's why I franchised my company, was so that I could protect the brand. And the people who were interested in working with me, I could explain what that brand was, who we were, what we stood for. And if that was what you were cool with and you liked it, you could come on board with us and you could, be part of the brand, own your own studio, and begin to help other artists the way that you had been helped, and then just develop. Just remember, you love tattooing and you do it and you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you have to pay your bills. You have to pay your bills. And
yeah.
You have a lifestyle. Everybody has a different level of lifestyle that they want to be at. That's really what you're doing it for. You know, if you want to take your kids somewhere and be able to afford it, and you want to go to this place, that's really what it's for. So by franchising and allowing artists who didn't have a lot of business understanding and being able to come in and being taught about business and how it works and how to develop themselves as well as their own studio, their own finding studios, and how to do that. And then if they wanted to, recreate it again and again in 3 to 5 times. And then the amount of money that you're making, I wanted to do it. I had to do it because I felt, a certain commitment to the people that had worked with me that, hey, look, it's time for me to go open my studio. They had been super loyal to me, super loving, super, great people. But sorry, man, this is what I have to do, And sometimes, like the question would come up, would you open one with me? Would you open a studio with me? Well, that's the purpose of franchising. It protects you. It protects your brand. It protects your systems. It protects your strategies. It protects everything to where you're not just in business with somebody. And also that's illegal to do that over and over again. It's called a pyramid. But so I went ahead and franchised, took a good amount of my money and my savings and franchised and sat down with a company and did it. It was the same company that franchised Hand and Stone, Kiki's Breakfast. They did BurgerFi.
Yeah, these guys are franchises, right?
Yeah. That's the franchises that they had helped develop as franchisees and brands and stuff like that. So, but that's basically why I did it.